Hi, everyone, and welcome to the channel, Automate Everything. I'm Rob Thomas, a 24-year veteran enterprise architect that's been in the industry for a long time, and I have helped many companies automate, both large and small, automate their workflow, leveraging predictive analytics back in the day before there was AI, and now AI solutions. Today, what I want to do is I want to jump in and start talking about project management and Microsoft Planner. I'm going to be off script than what I typically do. I'm going to run rogue, I like to say, and really just kind of start talking through some of the challenges, some of the changes and nuances of Microsoft Planner. So hold on to your seat while we take off. All right. So as you can see here, I'm on the Microsoft Planner website. One of the things you're going to notice is I am a big Microsoft users. So you can see here, if you go to Microsoft and you log into login.microsoftonline.com, you'll get to this Copilot page. So when you get to this Copilot page, right, you're going to notice that while you're in here, you do get Planner a part of your package. But let's say you purchased a little bit more and you bought Microsoft Project right here. So when you click on that, it'll take you here. And unfortunately, you got to deal with the fact that Project is now gone. Project for the web has been retired and is no longer available. Let Planner take on tracking and organizing your projects. It has the familiar tools you rely on with new features to ease your workload. Womp womp. We're so upset. Now, having been in this industry a long time, I've been using Microsoft Project for a very long time, managing very complex projects like SAP, Microsoft, back in the days, SAP ECC, and now SAP ECC is moving to S4HANA. And you have, Oracle R12. Now they're all moving to Oracle Fusion Cloud, right? All these projects, and I'm not really talking about ERP projects like Salesforce projects, or Marketo projects, and these are enterprise companies that are doing like $1 billion in revenue, and they're using these really complex in-depth solution, even down to small mom and pop shops where you're working with ActiveCampaign or you're working with Odoo, like a real startup is using a free open source Odoo CRM tool, which is quite interesting, right? So all of these projects need really a project management tool to do that. And one of the things is this is what we loved. Now, if you click here on to learn more, it's going to take you to we're retiring it and we need you to move to Planner. So I was reluctant. I was a little upset. Because I love my project and I love the fact that project was actually finally in the cloud. So you were able to connect your project that was a desktop version to a cloud version and connect it and be able to move data back and forth. It was amazing, but now it's in the cloud, right? So let's take a look at Planner. Let's log in and see if Planner is what we think it is. Now, if you go here, you can see Planner has some flavors to it, right? So you can see Planner is a free version. You'll come with the free version of Planner, and then you'll get Planner Plan 1, and then you get Planner, which Project Plan 3, right? So on this channel, I'll cover this from the context of automation. When I say automation, right, I am talking about, and I'm really particular when I say automation, right? Automation isn't I'm building an integration, right? And I'm replacing what an integration is to what artificial intelligence, AI, right? Automation leverages integrations. And the number one integration tool out there is not N8N, which is extremely popular right now. But for those of us who've been in the business for, 25 years, it was Boomi and Workato. And right now you'll go to Gartner's Magic Quadrant and you'll go to Forrester's and you'll see trending to this day is Boomi. It used to be Dell Boomi, and then Dell dropped them, and then now Boomi. And Workato are a strong market leader. And then to the far left, Zapier just entered into the quadrant. Now, N8N is nowhere to be found, right? Because product is still fairly new and hasn't been recognized. But there are a lot of other integration products, which I'll cover in a future video. But I'm saying that to understand the power of these tools. Like, how do you automate your workflow? You're definitely going to need integration tools. You're going to need workflow automation tools, right? So I'm giving you a lot, but let's dig into this. Let's start playing around. Again, I'm running rogue today. I want to play around with these tools because I'm a little bummed that project is gone. Now, project is available on the desktop version, so that hasn't changed, right? But this cloud version has been moved over to Planner. So let's jump into Planner and see what's going on. All right, so if you go to Planner, and you, let's actually start here. So I'll go here and I'll click on my apps. And let's say I'll go to my all apps. And then I would say, I'll just go to Planner and then click on that and then open that. And then it will take me here. All right. So, it's starting to look good. Not too bad. It's still the same. But there's a difference. Now, when I go in here and I go to create a plan, I have a new premium feature. Oh, wow. I'm interested. So let's spin this up. I create a few of these. I'm going to create one now. Let's get sprint planning, right? Let's say the sprint planning is probably going to be, I'm going to do some sprint planning with SAP. So I'm going to call this SAP Activate. So SAP Activate is the project management methodology that you would use to deploy any SAP project management initiative, right? So I'm going to say, SAP Activate, sprint planning, and then you'll have 2-week sprints around how you use SAP. And I'll explain a little bit about what SAP is. And then sprint planning is probably going to be, for SAP, it's really going to be S4HANA. S4HANA is a analytics tool, right? So you'll use it S4HANA is a ERP system tool. So it's going to do everything from accounts receivable, accounts payable, cash management, treasury, assets benefits. So that's going to be its core financials, right? And you're going to use SAP Activate as the methodology to deliver that. So I got really technical there, but I'm going to click this, create that, and I want to see what this bad boy does. Oh, wow. I do like that. Not bad. So I was able to create a sprint planning. Okay, I like it. Project design, meeting, timeline. I don't know if I like this one because I'm not seeing a Gantt chart, but I already created one here. So here's what I'm used to, the basic, which you just saw here, right? Right, this whole setup. And you know what? I think I did? I think I did something wrong here. Let's go back. Oh, let's do that one. Actually, let's go back. I'm going to click sprint planning. Oh, they don't have a premium version. That's why. All right, I get it. That makes sense. Right. So let's look at this project management. So this is another one that I created. This one is basically MS 365. So I'll show you in here. So this is comparable to Salesforce, right? So Salesforce, Sales Cloud version where you're just deploying Sales Cloud and you're creating it for your sales rep. And it's big. You can do it for, startup, medium size, massive enterprise company. I used to work for Adobe System and we use Salesforce. Now this is Microsoft's version, what's Microsoft's Dynamics 365 Sales Hub, right? And it almost looks exactly like Salesforce, but it's a little bit more better nuanced and it's pretty cool. So I'm mentioning this because whenever I took on a project and it was a team of us and I'm working with, like I was working for Accenture, I was working for Slalom Consulting, and we go in and there's an army of us and we'll just work with the client over a year and we'll deploy something similar to this, right? So this is the project management tool that we would use. Now this one looks good. This is the premium edition, and this is all the steps that we would take to deploy this. Pretty much just get it set up, build all the fields, build all the automation, get it all set up just to get the sales team to hit their target of like $20 million for the year and break it down into quarters, right? So it's a lot of work, like setting up forecasting, setting up goals, setting up the quotes, writing all this code on the back end to make all of this work, right? And you will manage that using this whole project management infrastructure to make that happen. So at first glance I love this. This is awesome. I really like this. Like this is not what I thought I was going to see. Look, I can add myself to it. Basic things, right? I want to do. I could see it in a timeline. I can go to grid. Oh, wow. There's another thing I could do in here is I could add subtasks. And I gotta remember how to do that. Right. I can click and cancel out a task. Oh man, that's awesome. Right here, promote subtask. I can create a subtask. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. Right. I could, let me see if I can undo that. I can undo it and then boom. Right. So this is pretty powerful. I can do all the things I need to do. I can click, right? Let me click here. Click on that, and then it'll come up, and I get all the features that I need. Again, I'm running Rogue today. I'm going to play around. I'm going to see what can this do for me. Can I take on projects? I have my own coaching company, so I'm coaching, and this is a good segue to talk about the trust automation. So I do encourage anyone that they're interested, hey, join my coaching program. Like if you're starting your business and you don't know where to start, like you're stuck, and you need somebody that's been there and done that. They understand that. They know how to help you get leads. They know how to get started where you're starting from scratch. You're starting from nothing. Like I have a 6 weeks course program where I termed it automate everything is my tagline, is pretty much what I do. And I'm helping business owners to really understand that when you start your business, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you got a lot going on, and it doesn't end. Like you have 16 hours in the day, waking hours, and you're trying to maximize every minute, and you can't sustain that. And this is where automating everything is critical. I do everything from using every automation tool that you possibly need. Using a Microsoft Copilot, because I'm a big Microsoft person. A little bit different. I do use a lot of Google stuff, but I love Microsoft. And I like the price of Microsoft. So some future videos, I'm going to really get into the depth of all these apps, like how to use 365 for literally $13 a month, and how you can build all your strategy around that. And this is what makes the Trusted Automation so good, because you are now have a platform to be able to start building out your strategy, your business plan. What are you going to do? Your marketing plan, like how am I going to run ads? How am I going to do lead gen, right? And then how am I going to get to how do I, from a lead gen standpoint, like how do I automatically send notifications to the right person at the right time, using social media while using other tools to be super effective. So that's the beauty of the Automate program. Super great. Highly encourage you to sign up. Go down, fill out the form to have your first transformation session where we'll just sit down and ask you some questions. And then we're on the process of releasing our new Automate Everything AI Unleashed. So this is a little bit more advanced. They're going to be for people that in the next 30 days, this is going to be released. It's an 8-week course, so it's 2 weeks longer, and it goes into depth about everything. Like we go into depth, we get you going. These are people that already have their business going and established. This is a program that I'm about to release and really just help you get to the next level, push you to get to getting from, if you're not at 7 figures, will get you to 7 figures, and then push you to position yourself and get you to 8 figures at the end of the year. So that's my plug about to Trust Automation. And this is our coaching program. So when you sign up, you'll get access to it. You'll be able to go in here and sign up and get access to all the courses and all the training material. All right. Back to projects. Let's look at the project, planner. So this is pretty cool. I really like what I see here. I'm pretty impressed. I'm able to do some cool things, and I could set my goals. I can connect. I think this is really powerful. I can see reports. I can see charts, people. So this new enhancement that Microsoft has done has added a lot of value. And I think this is pretty awesome. Now I can come in here and I can see my tasks. I can see my plan. And there's something new. Like I've never seen this before. It's portfolios. Let's click on it. Let's see what it can do. Oh, wow. So if I click on it, I can go actually down here and I can create a portfolio. But I created one, and then I can see here, I can connect the portfolio to my project management, go-to-market strategy. So if I click there, say, oh, okay, so it's connected, right? And then I could go to roadmap. Oh, wow. I can add key dates, and then I can click go dates. Let me give a plug on roadmaps. Now, in my experience, learning this, like big, small companies, creating roadmaps are critical. The challenge is people don't ever do it. They never create the roadmap, the roadmaps. They are perfectly fine with going through all the hard work, meeting with the team, and building out your project plan. This, right? Getting this up and running, getting it set up on a Kanban board, and then getting a Gantt chart to show. That's enough. And you'll use this Gantt chart, which is a challenge to use, right? So because I'm zooming out, like you need something that's a little bit more wider that can zoom out more. And that's why you're going to use a roadmap. And this is why it's so valuable. Now, in times past, what we used to do is you'll just buy a roadmap tool and then you don't integrate into anything. So that's a whole challenge. And you're trying to get your roadmap tool to connect to your project plan. So you're probably using Jira, right? So I got Jira, it's up. Jira is really detailed and Jira is really good, but I need something a little bit more, user friendly, more engaging, so I might go to get Asana or some type of other project management tool to use with Jira and then to use with my roadmap, my external road mapping tool. And this is where it becomes a situation because none of these are connected. And you're running into those issues where it doesn't get updated. It doesn't stay consistent. And then when you're getting on these really big, massive, expensive projects, like imagine I'm doing this is one for AI LLM software development. So I'm deploying like ChatGPT or AWS, SageMaker, AWS LLM models in that structure. And I need to manage these projects, right? And this is a really cool tool because I got everybody on here that's going to Teams. They're able to get on the Teams. I have chat sessions coming in. I got my meeting chats. I got Copilot on here, pretty much recording all my meetings and capturing everything. It's so cool. And then the actual meeting itself is recorded and stored. So this is great. And then I have a channel where everybody's on this channel. We're able to engage and talk. And then I make everybody swarm on this channel the same way I would use in Slack. So I turn my teams into a full Slack infrastructure where everybody can collaborate and they can swarm and everything is here. And I can continue to keep adding on things like Jira. I can connect my Jira cloud and connect it here. So everything is going great. And now I can connect my planner. So I can go in here to planner. Oh, wow. And let me go to my, and if you have the desktop version on Teams, you can go in there and set it up and get it going, right? So you can see here, I have it here in the web browser, boom. And I'm using the web browser version, but I can see it in Teams, right? So they don't have to leave Teams. I can even go to Copilot and use the AI feature, turn on the new Chat GPT that's integrated with Copilot and just get a lot of hardcore AI detail that I need as I'm building out or managing my project, right? So I'm pretty impressed. I'm a little shocked. Wow, this is pretty cool. I really like what Planner has to offer. So I can do people here. And when you're at the premium edition, you don't get everything, but you would start to get people, goals, and assignments. These items are on here, right? And look at that. I can assign things to people. I can go here and I can see all the items that are assigned to me. Oh, wow. I can add a plan to a channel. Oh man, this is amazing, right? I can click that. I can connect it to a channel. I'm not going to do it now, and then I can, add on my sprints. I can make updates to this, and it's just really simple. Keep it simple. Keep people engaged. I'm impressed. All right. I think Microsoft, you made a believer out of me. I do want to see Microsoft over time add more and more from Microsoft Project into this infrastructure to give a lot more advanced capabilities. But I think this is a great alternative to using Asana. Or any other, or Smart Sheets. Like Smart Sheets is really cool. I really like Smart Sheets. What I don't like is it doesn't integrate. You can get it to integrate, but it's a bit of an effort, right? If you're a startup, a medium-sized company, you're definitely going to have to use a tool like N8N, which is open source, which is some really great capabilities to get that thing spun up and integrate the platforms. But that's a lot of effort, and you have to support it. So you have to make sure you're updating the code and keeping that thing running. But I'm impressed. All right. I think this was cool. I think I'm running Rogue right now. I wanted to try out these tools. I wanted to see what this could do as I was bummed to come to this conclusion, right? I like what Planner has to offer. I like what I'm hearing. I definitely think coming in the future, there's going to be a lot more tighter integration. I'm not going to showcase today, but a tighter integration with the AI Copilot tool, what you can do. But I think this is pretty cool. I'm going to play around with this a lot more. And I will say this, I'm a big Planner user. I do use Planner. And I don't use, and let me just kind of give you a little bit more visual. When I say Planner, I do use the basic feature right here. This is my test org. So this is me playing around more and more with Premium. A lot of times for my projects, I'm using Microsoft Project on my desktop. And it's tricky, right? We create the project plan, and then I have to take the project plan, right, and create a channel. I'll go back in here and I'll just show you. Like, this is how it happens with Fortune 50, 100, and 500 companies, right? We're coming in here and we're like, all right, great. I got to create a channel. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to create a channel. So I'll go in here and I'll spin up a new team and I'll spin up a new channel. And then with that channel, I'll say it's just this one, right? I am going to make sure that I have a SharePoint site. So I'm going to make sure that I'll go in here and let's just kind of look at our SharePoint site. I'm going to pull that one up. I'll click here and you'll see me go to SharePoint, right? And I have some things in here. So I'll click SharePoint and I'll have a SharePoint site, right? And this is where I'm going to put my project plan. I'll have a series of folders and I'll put my project plan in one of these folders. I'll just say here, right? And I'll send a link out to the team and they'll look at it. Now, because it's just an extra step, it's like, oh man, I gotta click on it. Then I gotta look inside of the actual document. And it's great. It's great to do measuring. We've been using it literally for like 30 years, right? So this is not set up, but you could see, let me go here, right? And I'm just gonna go back to here and just kind of give you a visual. Like you can see here, if I'm logged in and I'm looking at the Gantt chart and I'm looking at it on Microsoft Project, right? And I'm going to have a lot more buttons, a lot more features. I'll really drill down, like really take the PM mindset and expertise down to absolute precision, right? 30 years of building a Microsoft Project. I mean, the product is great. The challenge for us is kind of like, I don't use 80% of it. Like the project is moving so fast. We're very, very agile. It's like really 20, 25%. And this is perfect for that. Like this, I need to see this. I need to see Subtask, right? I got it. Boom. I could do some damage with this. I go down to the grid. Again, I can go here. Boom. Promote subtask, cut task, add, set a goal, set my task to complete it. Look at that. Boom. Say it's completed. Add my dependencies, put risk, high, low, add new columns. Oh man, this is, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Good job, Microsoft. I like that. This is really, really cool for teams that are starting. Like, I like this concept because if I want a team and I don't want it to be that aggressive, then go back to this. Just simple Kanban board, right? You're working on, and I've used this. I love this. I've done so many projects with this. Like, this is just simple, right? And it's free. The 12, when you pay for your subscription, you get this for free. And I use this a lot. And it's just, a great way, great, powerful tool. Now, if I want to upgrade it, and I need it integrated, and I absolutely need a roadmap, like this is a big thing. When I'm working with my clients, I'm helping them plan out for the year. Roadmap is critical. So having this roadmap feature that's tied to a plan is huge. Like, you don't get that. Tying these two together it's what people lie and say that you get, but you don't get that at all, right? And your ability to have a roadmap tied to that, and now you can present a roadmap to your clients, sit down with them, and help train them on how to use this tool. That's very simple. Make them super effective. They're getting all their notifications on their phone, their email. They're keeping their whole team in track. Oh, wow. Like, I'm impressed. Again, great job, Microsoft. All right. I know I ran rogue. We covered a lot today. I talked about some key items. But one thing I didn't really get into a lot of depth is the core of project management. So what I'm going to do is in a future video, I'm going to spend some time and explain to you about what is a project, what is a project manager, and we'll cover that. And then when we come back, some future videos, I'll start showing you a little bit more on leveraging, Planner and these tools and portfolios. Like start leveraging more of these tools to make yourself super, super effective for your business. Again, this is perfect for startups, right? You're a startup, you're trying to be effective, and you don't want to be super aggressive with a project plan. Like you want something that can move quick, that's very agile, very nimble, but very effective, right? And it's interconnected. And another thing I do want to mention, and that is that this thing is super powerful in the sense that you can go in here and start leveraging Power Automate. And you don't necessarily need to bring in N8N. Well, I will say this, you don't need N8N to get going, and I have to log in. But you're able to connect to Power Automate, get Power Automate set up, and start creating some automation between SharePoint, between your Outlook, between Teams, like really figuring out where you can automate a lot of your tasks. Like this is where Power Automate is super powerful and it's super easy to set up. Again, this is why I like that feature. It's like destroying the middleman, and you're able to use these interconnected tools with the integrations already there without you leveraging a tool like Workato, Boomi, MuleSoft. If you're a larger company, if you're smaller, it's going to be N8N, Zapier, Make.com, right? So instead of leveraging those tools, like you have Power Automate to quickly build out this interconnective capabilities. And then also, you can see here, I have Copilot. You want to take it to another level. Now I'm using Copilot Studio and I'm creating AI agents, and I'm using Power Automate, and this AI agent, Power Automate is stepping in for N8N, and this AI agent is incorporating AI into my infrastructure to really take it to another level. Again, this is why I love Microsoft. The integration is a pain on any other platform, but having everything already pre-built, and that underlying integration layer that's already there, plus with its own integration tool with Power Automate, and this product, Microsoft does offer Logic Apps, which is comparable to Boomi or Workato. And it is in the Azure infrastructure. If you wanted to do something like more aggressive, which is more at the enterprise level, then you're going to leverage like Logic Apps, or you can even use N8N, right? You can use a mixture of both, but depending on that enterprise grade level, I probably wouldn't use N8N. I would use enterprise tool that would support that. But anyway, I do wanted to say this was good. I gave you a lot of insight, and I've had a really good time just kind of scrolling through, looking at the products, looking at what this thing can do, playing around with it, looking at the plans, looking at the task, looking at my day, like seeing what's on my calendar. Like this is really cool. So I want you to comment in the comments below and give me your experience. Tell me about a time where you were using a project management tool and it went very well and it went very bad. I want to hear your opinion in the comments below. And before you go, I would love for you to click the like button if you found this video to be very helpful and insightful, and click the subscribe button to join our team to see future videos. All right, well, thanks so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and see you in the next one.